大家好，我是 Ting，我们今天继续来玩《柏德之门3》。哦，我已经好久没有把《柏德之门3》打开了，最近都在玩别的，玩星空啊，然后真人快打1，然后现在还多了一个2077啊。不过《柏德之门3》我最近又有一个改版，所以现在感觉好像是比之前要再稳定一些了。好，然后呢？为什么要玩呢？因为我原本想继续探索，但是我想尽快触发我们跟这个我们最期待的米佐拉要发生关系。所以为什么大家看到我现在回到这个利文顿的这边的营地呢？我发现好像在这边是可以触发的。当然我没有在，因为城内是在那个下城区是在那个酒馆。所以我不晓得是不是一定要在这边才可以触发了。那我是在这边有成功触发，我就决定先在这边晃一下。然后还有一个部分就是我为什么这么久没玩呢？其实是看到一些《柏德之门3》虎头蛇尾的一个新闻啦。然后其实也是偶然的，我只是想搜寻一下上城区的地图，想说先看一下上城区地图长什么样子。搜着就觉得不太对劲。最后才发现，好像第3章就只有利文顿跟下城区2个地图，没有做上城区出来，只有做出入口。我是看人家叙述，我自己还没有到那边哦。但老实说，看了之后有点影响心情，因为我很确定，我记得好像在上市前的这个访谈，他明明就有讲到有完整的上城区可以探索，而且我记得我们在第1章救的那个画家，他不是也是说他在上城区？那个任务的后续，我不晓得他是不是就把它改做在下城区，还是说就没有后续了？那我就不知道。然后，不晓得我看之后有点不爽嘛，很复杂，不爽是其中一个，这很复杂，就觉得啊，难怪他突然8月就说他突然就是几个月前就突然说要上。我说实在，我觉得他钱烧完，他不上市不行。然后看了一下，好像8月好像游戏上市2周，可能加之前 Early Access 总共卖500万份吧，应该还是有赚一些。所以我看后面一些访谈好像要改口，原本说不做 DLC 啊，什么战斗太难设计啦，玩家太强啊，体验不好。我觉得他们就可能又有钱了，所以想法又不一样了。当然，这么多牵扯这些联动的这些事件啊、任务啊，一定是到后面一定越来越难设计。然后他们的 QA 什么的更难测嘛，因为各种情境越来越复杂嘛，所以他们可能也开发的很累啊。毕竟他 Early Access 搞了3年，我记得他们也说以后不想再搞这么大规模的游戏了。相信以他们这个几百人的小团队做这种已经是不是3A 是3S 级的游戏，应该是很辛苦。当然不排除像暴雪那种老屁股。对不对？出一张嘴，想机制之后，剩下就外包，然后不做事的，领干心不做事的。你看那个暗黑4的那个，看看那隔壁的暗黑4，你就知道，哎，真的是被 KPI 文化弄得很那个，完完全全就是没事找事，对，为了一个虚无缥缈的指标，把整个设计方向都往那边导向，然后最后不好玩。然后在那边讲那些废话，哎，好了，那以上就是这个负面情绪了。那这一集我应该是在中秋节录的，那大家应该在中秋节之前可能还会，我就算中秋节有上片，应该也是很久之前上的，所以可能大家会觉得很奇怪，没关系，反正我就自己补充一下时间点，大概给大家知道。好，那我们其实那个我已经快忘了前一部分我大概玩到哪里，记得应该是。带着那个，他们2个已经走了。我那段对话好像跳掉了，为了触发米佐拉的。对，反正他们艾琳女士回来之后，反正他们就说他们找到别的塞伦涅的这个信徒的点，他们要过去。反正就这样吧。我记得我玩的路线是那个。是帮助艾琳嘛？那有人去看了艾琳，你如果任由艾琳去那个被捕捉到的话，那个好像后面 那个伊索贝尔也会冲过去，然后会被那个洛若坎干掉。我就直接剧透了，反正我不是选那个路线的，无所谓。好吧。然后变成是最后一站应该是洛若坎帮你，但我觉得艾琳应该还是比较强。好，然后这个盖尔，应该我们有些对话没有选，所以我们再来跟他对话一下，然后再赶快去休息，触发我们想看的那一段。然后再来就是把那个盖尔的那个要跟密斯特拉对话的那个，我们先触发吧，然后再去探索后面的部分，然后大概就这样。
Go ahead, I'm listening. I've often asked myself the same question, but never really found a satisfactory answer. You clearly see something in me that I can't. The wisdom and intelligence required to overcome almost insurmountable odds, perhaps? Or the stupidity required to attempt it. I'll take it as a compliment either way. You don't get to be 13 centuries old without becoming a sound judge of character. And cheese, apparently. I regret many things in my life. Choosing to be here, intact and unexploded, is not one of them. Though the orb still seems to offer our best hope of destroying the brain, I retain some hope that another, less costly solution can be found. For now, to have a few more days in your company, no. I wouldn't change a thing.
我记得 Early Access 其实是你如果不让盖尔去吸收那个其他的魔法物品的话，他最后会去找那个拉斐尔，然后透过拉斐尔的帮助解决他的这个问题。我觉得游戏当初的设计还是比较自由的，就是你可以选择就一开始就找拉斐尔，也许同意他，然后就直接进那个最烂的结局，最平淡，然后死后最烂的结局。但是他这边又把拉斐尔好像又变成后面的正式版，又把拉斐尔变成好像基本上是没有办法解决这个多星魔蝌蚪，所以就怎么说呢？就他那个气场就不够。他如果一出来是那个梅菲斯特大恶魔，对不对？他真的可以，你跟他签约，然后他帮你消除，或者是帮他做一些事情，他同意帮你消除。但是是很不人道、很邪恶的、很亵渎的事情。你这样走邪恶路线，好像才真的有意义。包含原罪2，你也是可以把其他队友献祭掉，然后走那个我忘了他那个叫什么永恒，反正那个永恒族的那个王的那个路线的，是那个真正的恶路线的 bad ending 啊。这边感觉好像真正 bad ending 只有那个被主脑奴役而已，就说不出来。我觉得他这个有点就是打断我们整个过程中间的一些努力，或者是其他看得到，然后但是绝对那个没有 CP 值的这种烂选项，但是是求快和简单的这种寻求邪恶强大生物的这种途径的这种，就我觉得说不出来，就没有我想的那么剧情上那么的多元。就你去看那个邪恶路线，其实它主线的这个路的这个发展是一模一样的，包含你第2章艾琳女士，虽然邪恶路线把伊索贝尔什么杀了，她最后还是乖乖要帮你，就没有真正的剧情上的真的完全不一样的发展，哪怕是像巫师2一开始你选择要帮松鼠党还是帮那个罗契。后面是2条几乎不太一样的主线，就哪怕是做成这样鲜明的2分法也好，那这边就，它虽然很多选择，但是在关键事件、关键的剧情上没有这种差异的时候，就有一种很说不出来的感觉，很奇怪的一种感觉。反正你们可以上去搜寻一下，你去看一下那个我刚刚讲的那个 Evil Pass 的这个。你去看他们那个伊索贝尔那边对话，你看下面那个外国人的留言就知道，他们就觉得这真的是有一点牵强，我也是觉得挺牵强的，好吧，那 就这样吧。哦，我们就来休息吧，然后看我这段最想看的剧情，上我这个全游戏里面我觉得最正的一个角色。我不知道什么事，改都好像没办法易容术，莫名其妙，这不是逼我把我打回了原形吗？太过分了。
You are enveloped in myriad sensations all at once. Flaming desire and icy despair, the strength of iron and the haze of thick swamp mist.
The 9 hells of baldur. The ultimate torment, some souls would say. Those souls lack imagination. I'm going to show you the true wages of your sin.
Pure lust courses through your veins and plucks at your flesh. You don't know what you want, only that you want it.
You feel it, don't you? Primal hunger, irrepressible decadence. Forget the heavens. This is paradise. Let me show you.
An inferno engulfs you. Your lust blazes hot.
Do you feel it? Avernus, where hell's legions march, screaming their rage. Where the Styx collects the blood of the fallen. Reach out. Have a taste.
The flavor is exquisite as spiced wine, terrible as rotting offal. It does not quench your lust. It only stokes it.
Don't worry, pet. I won't leave till you're fully satisfied. Dis, the blackened Elysium. Menaros, the rotting bog. The molten seas and soil of Thlegathos. Stygia, the frozen ocean. Choose a hell. Have your fill.
Magma flows around you and into you, and the devil in you is awakened. The heat is unbearable, yet somehow not nearly enough. You crave still more.
To think how you starved yourself up to this moment. To think how you chose the sweet over the bitter. One last choice. And starve no longer. Malbolgia, the desolation. The forgotten ruins of Maladomini. Cania and its mountains of ice. Or Nessus, the seat of infernal power.
You are flush with untold power. You could rip apart mountains and bring gods to their knees. This is the ultimate you. The commander of the plains, the director of fate.
like me and know the essence of the hells.
Your hunger pulls you toward her. The hunger for the twin heats of Avernus and Phlegethos. Mizora's lips meet yours and Nessus rises. You are locked in torrid struggle, each fighting to conquer the other. Yet in a wink, you are reformed. A devil in spirit, if not body. For one depraved night, you feast on the sins of the body, the mind, and the soul.
The pleasure of torment. The torment of pleasure. You're forever marked. Can't you feel it? Where my lips scorched your skin. How your soul burns with flame.
Your pores flood with heat and frigid water. Your parched tongue searches for the right response.
笑死，真厉害，居然如此堕落，如此邪的这样。
One taste, one indulgence, but the delicious agony remains. A pity for you, the one taste is all I'll give.
Kind of you to offer a free sample, then. Now that he's tried out inferior goods, he'll know just how good he has it already.
Well, look who's snuck in from the shadows. I think I'll nip out for a bit, let you two lovebirds chirp. Who would I be to meddle in personal affairs?
Pleasant evening, I trust. I tidied up my hair and had an early night, but you don't look like you had much sleep at all. I'm not jealous, you know. If I wanted to bed something loyal and pure, I'd find a swan. Is that so? Clearly, I've been going too easy on you. The way I was raised, the way I was trained, well, it was positively encouraged to get to know each other. Even from the memories I can recall, there's stories I could tell you. All that said, there's no harm in asking me in advance. Don't apologize. I'd rather see you happy than guilty. Just don't forget about me either. I have needs of my own.
啊，还好没有变成修罗场。原来影星是这么开放的啊！不过我们的这个易容术应该是没得用。对啊，不知道为什么没办法生效。哎，怎么会这样子呢？还有留易容术卷轴。
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
哇，该面对现实了，回归我们这个丑陋的灰矮人。哦，其实我们上一次有一个地方哈，利文顿这边没有逛到，我也是路过了之后触发之后才发现， 我的感知察觉才察觉到的，所以我们下去看一下吧。在这边这个水井，它是可以触发这个感知的，它下面其实还有一段，就直接探索吧，反正我也不知道这边有什么东西。不然这两个怎么卡住了
？Lost in thought。
盖尔竟然卡住了。不管盖尔好了。
At least things have stayed interesting. Best be on my way. That's curious. Charmed, I'm sure.
哎，算了，直接传过来了。不带他又觉得怪怪的。
Can't give up now.
There's no time to waste.
这个大家都我不知道大家怎么想哈，但是牧师这个英雄盛宴我觉得蛮强的。虽然说你一天就只能放一次等级6法术位，但其实你把典狱长干掉的时候呢，应该是有一个复原法术位的一个项链的。这个的话是，你不管你有多少等级，你到多少等级，你就是可以最高到6。不是应该说不是不管多少等级，就是随着你等级上升，它不是说什么只能恢复个1环2环，它就是可以越来越高。所以我现在又多一次6环可以放，我觉得这差蛮多的，因为牧师的6环，那我还可以造一个超自然体啊什么的，觉得多这个是真的差蛮多的。医疗术嘛，对，医疗术我们也有带。好
，blood? No, never mind.
啊，对，然后这边他还会给这些。给这些营地物资，然后我们就可以全部看它这个都不少，几乎就是一天的，应该是一天的休息量，几乎啦。不过我们现在 NPC 太多，一天要80哦，所以是应该是不太够了。但是你每天放这样一次，哦，那真的是可以大大延长不少时间。对呀，这要怎么过去啊？ 像是可以射的。
That might be worth a look.
日光洞口不知道去哪边，先快储存一下。啊，现在是来这边了，又回来这呢。那我们顺便去找一下那个铁手侏儒吧。我记得他们好像说，贡德信徒那边好像是应该是有完美解法，就是钢铁卫士那边，好像要再跟最后要跟巴克斯对话。
Stop fussing. One of those Gondian scrap heaps wailing.
Thank Gerdle we escaped that bloody Steel Watcher.
No thanks to you.
We did, but we very nearly didn't. Everything's lining up for the Iron Hands, though. Wulbran's about to put his grand plan into action. It's necessary. Besides, Wulbran wouldn't let anyone innocent get hurt.
A rune powder bomb? Oh, what the devil has he become? You'll hear no argument on that score. But using rune powder on the Gondians? They are inventors, just like us. Persnickety and self-important, too. But we all have our moments. Something is wrong. Very wrong. Please, speak to them before you do anything. They deserve a chance to plead their case before being blown to pieces, don't you think? That's all I ask. Questions first, violence later. And only if absolutely necessary.
啊，果然还要跟他对话，那个任务目标才会更新，不然不会触发的，是这样的。可是这上还是上不去。可是我记得我们那个飞龙岩已经逛完了，也没看出来是哪个地方把它挡住，还是其实有，但是我没看到。哎，好像也是有可能。好吧，那我们接下来就去下城区吧。 该继续逛了。好，回到下城区看是不是我们这个变形是不是可以恢复正常？哎呀，还是不行啊！搞什么鬼？所有强壮类的都不让变的是吧？ 真的也是所有强壮类都不让变的，奇怪，是不是我穿的铠甲，他们那个模组把它拿掉？好吧，我们这个深水城的法师来解一下吧。当时在下面。
Can't slow down.
么？那石像在哪？在这教堂里面吗？
Never a dull moment.
Mistra's likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
Greetings, child of faith. Be welcome to the Stormshore Tabernacle. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares.
哦，原来这边还有卖东西哦！哇靠！真是铁鞋踏破无觅处。复苏之手，治疗一个生物获得剑刃防御，获得死亡防护。这手还不错，可以给隐星啊！哎，有披风哎，十字军披风，来一下。圣星这是什么？钉头锤。这还不错，但毕竟我们单手锤的这种神器是不少，所以没啥用。这才中甲而已啊！感觉感知护符应该是用不到，可以卖掉。我们的手是敏捷加到18，哎，按上去 AC 可能会掉不少。哎 ，AC 没有变，怎么可能？这怎么回事？啊，我们现在穿的是重甲，本来就没有那个 AC 加成啊。
No time to rest.
哦，这披风怎么是这种短版？这要专注是可以搭配这个头环了。不对，是骸骨。哎，我该不会吉斯扬基的那个头环全卖了？有可能。我还看起来买了一些没什么用的披风啊，失算了。倒是影星这个敏捷掉到没有18，它这个我们的敏捷豁免可能会变得比较惨，然后反正我们就可能要比较少用近战跟远程的，就可能只能用法术打。多一个附身术，多一个回声术是还不错啦。What
to do?
看来这个风暴雕像好像也没什么。
You see an altar dedicated to Helm the Vigilant. Helm the Watcher is a guardian god, dedicated to the preservation of order. Many turn to him in troubled times. Make your donation to him and you'll likely feel more vigilant, more resilient to the unexpected.
这可以随便线上， 送一个黄色染料。
Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
看，我就知道没有那么简单。
Your offering is accepted, but more evidence of devotion is required.
怎么那么贪婪？捐个100看看好了。
Your offering is accepted, but
干，我受不
more
了了，
evidence.
滚！
This altar isn't dedicated to a single god, but instead acts as a conduit to many. Your god is one of many, and in this place you sense a spark of its mighty divine flame. It reads, "Show your devotion with an offering in your god's name. Blessings may follow." The gods are ready to receive your joyful donation. Your offering is accepted,
哇
but
靠，他
more
妈的，
evidence of
也太贪婪了吧！神明，500块还不够，太扯了。
You see an altar dedicated to Selûne. An inscription reads, "Let all who worship the changing tides of life and knowledge feel the blessings of Selûne. Trust in the purity of my light. See the constancy in its inconstancy, and you will be guided aright. Your scholarship of religion tells you no more."
Oh, 是提尔。
Selûne. Her life turned
See
out.
an altar dedicated to Tyr. Tyr, the blind god, offers justice to all, innocent and malefactor alike. The law dictates what is right, be that reward or retribution. His unseeing eyes are a testament to the lawful life he lived and what it cost him. Make a sacrifice out of your own pocket, and you may yet be blessed.
好，来对话了。
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
An audience with your goddess can go wrong. I should know. But do whatever you feel is best, Gale.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Thankfully not. Though she's not been averse to demanding the odd human sacrifice in recent days, has she? When I pictured this moment, I thought I'd feel more in control. Yet, here I am, with palms sweatier than a bugbear's armpit. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. For a wizard, to have the love of the goddess of magic herself, it was intoxicating. An experience beyond expression. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm gonna have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. You'd make a fine three-dragon anti-player, you know? I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of three-dragon ante. I'll let Mistress show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep, you look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Karsus. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
mortal soil once more. I can't believe I saw it. After all this time. Relieved. Drained. Proud of myself for summoning the courage to go to her in the first place. And, if I'm being totally honest, a bit lightheaded. As if it wasn't enough to have seen her again. She didn't exactly summon me there for small talk. The Karsite weave. Within me this whole time. I knew the orb was no ordinary ball of magic before it to be Karsus's malignant creation. Gods! How did I not see that? True enough. There's a reason such unwitting heroes have been the backbone of lyric and legend for as long as both have existed. Even so, I was hardly some naive apprentice at the time. I considered myself an archmage, and yet was fool enough to be mistaken for a common conjurer. At least now I'm armed with the truth, and Mistra's expectations. Sounds like the door to redemption is open at last. All I have to do is walk through it, carrying the crown of Karsus.
这边应该是蛮重要的。这边你要是怂恿他变成神明，其实我那时候在搜寻那个《柏德之门3》，我大概就知道他的结局。我就不多说什么了。
Perhaps. I see few other options open to me. If I ever want to reclaim those parts of myself the orb snatched away. If I ever want to be me again. Impulsive wreck? God, you make me sound like something a drunk fisherman scuppered on the banks of the Chionthar. Needless to say, I've work ahead of me before I feel myself truly redeemed of the damage I caused. But I intend to try. If I can promise you one thing in return for your faith in me, it's this. I will use everything in my power to ensure we defeat this evil. I will not let you down. Now, I believe we've a date with an elder brain to get to. Shall we?
这样应该盖尔的主线应该是差不多结束了，后面就是等结局了。哇，我决定，卡扎多尔的宫殿先呢，还是？就我们这集专攻卡萨那个 Castle 的宫殿好，然后我想先去下水道，还是先去下水道？对不起，请原谅我的三心二意，我还是决定先去下水道好了。跑了这么久都还没看到明斯克，其实大概知道应该是在。应该是他们讲的什么石头领主还是什么那个九指那边，应该是那边的线。然后我看文章啊，其实最早设计明斯克应该是可以更早加入，所以这也是一个我不爽的点。我他妈都打到第3章了，你才给我一个游侠，有一个毛用。这边我们好像逛过了。公会不知道指的是不是影贼公会啊？就是2代的那个。2代我没记错的话，初期的主线就是影贼公会跟那个吸血鬼领主大战。
Before you ask, I ain't got none of that plum prosecco. Now, what can I get you, newcomer? Around here, silence is golden, mate. Best remember that. Now, What can I get you? Beverages of distinction, or in some cases, extinction, if you ain't careful. How you feeling today? Lucky?
醉酒服饰是什么？雪白肝脏，讲的是不是脂肪肝？服饰啊，看起来好像是可以给德鲁伊啊或什么的穿，野蛮人。
Careful around the steel watch. The old guard gave thieves a slap on the wrist, but those bolted bastards will rip off the whole damn arm.
谢谢提醒。
What's the point in paying the guild for protection when they've pulled back all their crews? There's a bloody army coming.
Don't mind the ladies' court. Just a game we play. Figuring how we'll kill you if you cross 9 fingers.
Bare hands.
A charm, of course. And then you'll do it yourself.
No distractions, mate. 9 Fingers has me watching over Pierre Priss here. Wants our friends in Parliament close with this new Duke making moves.
You did not see me. A peer of the Parliament openly walking the Guildhall would sell a few copies of Baldur's Mouth, I expect.
Well, well. If it's Uktar you're after, he's in with the Guildmaster. Not even 9 Fingers Keen can escape the great balancing of guild books.
Victor isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling? Let's just say the previous owners no longer have a use for them. Got me? Victor isn't himself, so I'm running the shop. You buying or selling?
又是隐匿致命一击的。他这边现在有卖解离术卷轴，有一点想买。对孽红害骨白，太好了。
Sometimes stuff.
对，好像他说什么法的，他说那个有的时候那个他卖的东西还是会回到他的店上，感觉有个鸡歪的。
Don't bug me. I'm making plans. Big plans, see?
Wow, look who it is. Glad to see you in the city. Hope you found plenty of coin in Ketheric's coffers. Ready to do some business? I survived the hells when Elturel fell. Compared to that, slipping out of Moonrise was child's play. Oh, I've got a few ideas. I'll be running this whole place in no time.
看摩尔线就这么简单结束掉了。大家，我要是没有去看那文章，我根本觉得莫名其妙。哎，我们不是要找摩尔吗？什么就跑出来？因为他整个任务线被砍掉了。
Ready to do some business?
就这种地方让我觉得虎头蛇尾，让我觉得很不爽。
Sure is. We work for Fetcher, handling what you might call pre-owned goods. Talk to Sticky. He'll cut you a deal.
哎，所以他直接没有卖东西吗
？Ready to do some business?
对啊，他有卖啊，干卖的还是都是一样之前烂货啊，滚了！
Oh, you rancid bastard! See?
Mine's fresh.
Welcome to the Guildhall, Faerun's finest festival. As long as you're not sober.
Or able to smell.
哎，这两个讲话幽默，幽默，我喜欢。
This is supposed to be the greatest festival under the city. So where's all the bloody fun?
Maybe that's why this Stone Lord is pushing so hard. He wants Keen's underroads all to himself.
Go on. Technically, I'm supposed to be on watch.
Hmm?
I know times are tough, but this crowd could mingle a bit, eh? We're all on the same side.
Don't give me that squinty side eye like all those paranoid guildies. Nine Fingers is well respected in the Zentarim. If the Stone Lord's pressing in on her territory, we're here to help. Missed the welcome parade, did you? Hugging, tears. It was just lovely. True, we've been better liked in towns we bloody conquered, but it's hard to blame Nine Fingers. On top, undisputed for years. Then you have to call the likes of us in to protect you from some shithead calling himself Stone Lord. I'd be embarrassed too.
Right. Which crew are you with? Bellbreakers? The Children of Hor?
The names ring familiar. Two of the many crews that make up the Guild. A loose collective with ties to every criminal enterprise in the city's underworld.
我们来欺瞒一下，来耍个北兰。
Can't say I've heard of you. Spare me the story behind the name. I'm sure it's very scary. Fair warning, the Guildmaster wants no fraternizing with the Zentarim. They're here to work, not share war stories. They won't be much use to us if they're drinking and dicing when the Stone Lord kicks the door down. Well, whoever he is, he doesn't seem very keen on talking. He came out of nowhere and ate up half our turf in a 10-day. So if you're speaking to the Guildmaster, maybe step soft around the topic. Hmm?
If it's Uktire...
Your eyes are going to want to wander all over this gold. It's only natural. Just make sure it stops at your eyes, right?
Do you hear the Harpers were half wiped out? We should be sticking the last of their bleeding hearts stellar guarding this place.
Keen might look down on the Zentarim, but she'll be glad of us once the Storm Lord comes knocking.
Uniform's a bit patchy, I know. I was Flaming Fist. But the writing's on the wall there. The Steel Watch will be snatching up our contracts in no time.
Thanks, but no thanks.
You can get near anywhere in the city from here without seeing daylight. Once you don't mind the tangy smell of sewer.
他这个三刀客的这个脸模
No offense, mate, but I'd keep to your own crew. This Stone Lord's got everyone feeling a mite unsociable.
那这三刀客脸模是不是独特的？好像不是一般创角的那个脸模。
Look now, the Guildmaster's little hunt is bringing all sorts of new faces out of the woodwork.
You won't find much fun here today. Guildmasters batten down the hatches till the Stone Lord problem's dealt with.
I'm sorry, sweetie pie. I don't do requests. But toss me a few coppers, and I'll shoot you a saucy wink across the bar. Very kind of you, sir. I'll be dedicating the next keening elven ballad to you. You look like the type to enjoy one.
我不要说他容易的这个表情捕捉做的真的是还不错。他那个工会在这个门后面嘛。除了闲聊以外，好像没有触发什么主要剧情。那有个地方没去，等一下过去看一下。哎，这是下城区，哦，就是他叫我们进去的那个吗？所以应该是在那边后面。这个场地其实好适合战斗哦，我觉得这边一定会触发战斗。 那场景一看就觉得是设计的这么立体，跟穿插就觉得感觉是故意这样设计。不要不让我进去啊！
What, Lady AQ still playing that game? I don't have one ready.
It's an orphanage, Ukta. What would you have me do? Seize their toys as payment?
Well, they failed to pay tribute. We should withdraw our protection, at the very least.
And cede more ground to the Stone Lord? You're not suggesting I yield a single inch of the city, my city, to this cult?
We already look weak. If you're seen to be forgiving debts...
I didn't say forgive. Seize the building. Are many children old enough? If they protect what's mine, we'll consider that a start on what's owed.
Yes, Guildmaster. Excuse me? This is a private council.
Keep your underpants clean, Uktar. We're playing host to a hero. You recall our reports of Ketheric Thorm, General of the Absolute, Champion of Merkel, unkillable Tyrant of Moonrise. Meet the one who killed him. Of course. They knew you were expected. The Guild is this city's first and last line of defense. It's only natural that we watch the gates for anyone interesting. I'd say you qualify. I already know the one thing about you that I need to. You've crossed paths with the cult's leadership before, and you're still standing. I mean to burn the Absolute from the face of my city. So if you mean to help, congratulations. We just became the best of friends. I was planning to soften you up a bit first, but... straight to business then. You've been seen with a certain Harper. Grey of hair, somewhat spiky of manner. Unless just taken to dyeing her hair, I'd call it accurate enough. I need to speak with her. She's still getting the lay of the land, I expect. I have information that might help with that. So, reminder to pay an old friend a visit, would you? Oh, I never said that we get along. Now, Is there anything else you need?
好，我也想带贾西拉过来看有没有触发什么特殊剧情，希望不会有战斗，因为贾西拉我几乎没有再点他的技能跟装备了。
Oh, did you enjoy the encounter? Bottom-feeding bruisers, I think you mean. But it takes thugs to keep order outside the walls. The fists only go there for good, lawless fun. The rats usually keep a lid on their nastier notions, but with the Stone Lord business distracting me, some are starting to test the leash. All the more reason to be rid of the cult quickly, so I can remind my crews it's not a leash round their necks if they cross me. It's a noose. Knowing what I know usually comes at a cost. But let's say we'll put it on your tab. The leader of some new crew that's intent on paining my arse. If he was just another upstart who didn't like paying guild dues, fair enough. But he and his crew make no demands. Leave no survivors to pass on a message. All I know is that on every scrap of ground he takes from me, the cult of the Absolute soon starts sprouting. Doesn't matter. Whatever god the prick prays to, I'll send him to meet it soon enough. We don't. The Zentarim work for me. Time was I'd charge the bastards double if I let them into my hall at all, but times change. The guild is many things, but it's not an army. If the Absolute keeps pushing in on our territory, then I need a little weight to push back. Which part? The Stone Lords hollowed this place out. Half my crews have fled or in hiding. Orin's faceless try to pierce my ranks every day, while Gortash's toy soldiers control the streets. When the Absolute's army arrives to wage war on the city, our best hope is to make sure they have no leaders in here willing to open the gates for them.
对，刚刚那无面人翻错了，唉，真的觉得繁中的这个翻译应该是。感觉就是临时赶工出来，不怪他们啦，因为几十万字嘛，但就觉得很掉漆啊。
Simple enough. After Jaheira warned me and then disappeared, I went nosing into the cult for myself. I could bore you with the details. How I found evidence of Gortash's projects, traced him to Orin the Red, and made a safe bet there was some dried-out old necromancer to round out the three. Because it's always the dead, bloody three. Has been half-gods who can't help but make their irrelevance everyone else's problem. Oh. You've got some juicy little tidbit I haven't heard yet. Huh. It seems like my intelligence on you was patchy at best. That's annoying. I had no intention of leaving my city in the Dead Three's hands. Definitely not leaving it to some slimy shit that doesn't even have hands. So, as long as you can keep a lid on what's growing inside you, we're allies. Until you can't, and we're not. Simple enough, I reckon. Now, war to be fought. You need anything? You have. But don't be so quick to bat away a helping hand. You find few enough of them in this city. The Flaming Fist can be bought. The Harpers are scattered, and the Parliament of Peers, well, they're just generally too inbred to be useful. The Absolute's at our gate, and the Guild are the only ones truly standing against it.
好吧，我们去带贾西拉过来。哦。
Knife. A hot one, I think.
这没有一个什么真正的商人吗？装备商人。好。我们把对，这次改版呢多了一面镜子，所以终于可以改外观了。 啊，现在可以重复改外观了。哎，早该给的功能。
To camp. Father should know of ant.
应该是把阿斯戴伦放下来。
So, Gale's hedging his bets with Mystra? I can't say I blame him. Who'd want to hold a power like the crown of Carsus in their hands just to hand it to someone else? I know what my decision would be, but we're all different, of course.
对哦，跟密斯特拉对完话之后，大家可能有看法，我竟然忘了。竟然忘了去看一下大家的反应。
How can I help?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, darling, I'm hurt. I guess it sounds.
Wow. So that was Mystra. Pretty spectacular stuff. But I think Gale was right not to agree to do her bidding, no questions asked. I respect the gods, but they don't always understand what they're asking of us. Maybe immortality makes it hard to know what it's like to be one of us piggies. Proud of Gale, though. It takes some man to hold his own in front of the divine.
How much farther can I go?
It was good for me. Was it good for you? I thought as much. You moaned like a dragon thrice struck with a broadsword. You turned the pain of the damned into impossible pleasure. You'll never be the same.
真是太该死了！我想再来一次。
Mystra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think.
To camp. Father should.
简威尔的这个对话触发
To camp. Father should know of.
Mystra has forsaken Gale entirely. A crushing blow. But he is strong enough to persevere, I think.
Far from me to judge Gale for playing coy with Mystra. But I will not be cleaning up whatever mess she makes of him for it. Ha. The Guildmaster wishes to see us, does she? Better we call on her home than she on ours. Lead, then. As you wish.
啊，还要帮他升级啊！全部都用预设的啊，随便的。
At the ready.
How high?
Seek and you shall find me.
好了，反正刚升级那个我应该会剪掉了。 哦，我发现贾希拉穿这个洛尔坎的这个袍子还不错看的。等下对话就给他用这个吧。
Must be done.
好，不想花太多时间在这上面，我还继续做主线吧，不是主线。我还跟九指对话。
You owe me a gold piece, grandmother. When I heard you died out in the wilderness, I made an offering at Kellamvor's well.
Of gold? Oh, I did not know I meant so much to you, Guildmaster.
No, I'm terribly sentimental. Case in point, I've just let a harper walk through my guild hall, noticeably unholed. Because I'm curious about why you're here and who it is you've brought with you. How nice. You won't find many of those in my guild hall.
We won't tax your hospitality too long, Nine Fingers. I'm searching for Minsk of Rashomon.
A big name, that. Such information does not come cheap, High Harper. Not in normal times. Of course. Seeing as these are not normal times and we're all such good friends, I'll do better than tell you where he is. I'm bringing him here as we speak. Or parts of him, at least. I gave no orders about the condition of his corpse.
What treachery is this, Nine Fingers? Have you thrown in with the Absolute too?
Against my own city? Careful. You're in very real danger of hurting my feelings. It's Minsk who's found his faith with Faerun's newest god. And a new name with it. The Stone Lord.
Lies.
It should. My people speak it in the same breath as Saravok and Demagogon, but he's just another upstart. In his short reign, the Stone Lord and his crew have earned a reputation. Pure brutality. No survivors. And where he mows my people down, this ripe little cult takes root. But not for much longer. We have word on where he plans to hit next. And he'll find us ready to hit back this time.
Nine Fingers. Estelle. Call off your ambush, tell us where he is, and we'll handle this.
We? I heard what happened to your harpers, Jaheira. I'm sorry, but this fight's too big for you alone. If you're half the friend you're posing as, you'll tell her that her part in this is done. The Stone Lord's fate is sealed. We have a bigger war to fight. I'd rather turn our talk to that, but if you need a moment, Jaheira, well, you've earned that much. My guild hall is open to you. Have a drink, Jaheira. Have a rest. Just leave well enough alone. It would be a shame for the city to lose 2 of its heroes in one day.
There's little point in pressing Nine Fingers further. She means what she says. But we swore no vows. She won't tell us where to find Minsk. Someone else in her guild hall will. We need to be swift. I suppose we must greet the local wildlife. Guildhall is awash with ale-scented gossip at the best of times. These days, they have nothing but the Stone Lord to talk about.
好，我们完全搞错顺序了，也就是说，我应该来这边对话完之后，再去跟所有人过一遍。我现在刚等于浪费时间了，我现在要全部再过一遍对话。哇哩嘞！
What are you having? Around here, silence is golden, mate.
问一下博士啊。 教授。
Remember, no distracting the Zent. We want them sharp if the Stone Lord comes calling. Looking to prove yourself, are you? Carve your name in the Guildmaster's good books. Nice to see a little ambition amongst the smaller crews. I can't help you, but look around for a halfling named Tut. Nine Fingers has been known to pour her secrets in his ear time to time. Maybe because he rinses them out with wine.
该不是刚那两个喝酒？
See? Nine Fingers is a master of strategic. She's clever, Foz. Won't fight the Stone Lord out in the open, but she's got a spot picked out, see?
I don't care about Stone Lord Tut. Don't care about some ambush. I asked, do you eat my last pickled ooze? Huh? Bugger off! I'm talking to my friend about an ooze.
Now. He who keeps his manners keeps his teeth. Besides, you are only pretending to be as wine-soaked as your friend here.
How can you tell?
I've been to fouler festivals than this, and you have the stage presence of Volothamp Gedarm. Now, you were speaking to my friend. Politely.
Huh? Back to sleep. Look, Tut here is an old friend of Nine Fingers. Saved her as a kid or some such, I don't know. But if I don't keep him busy like she asked, he's likely to run off and try take on the Stone Lord himself. So Tut's gonna tell you what he knows about the Stone Lord. You're gonna leave us to our merry old time, and you're not gonna put my name near any of this. Yes? Tut! Stone Lord.
Stone Lord, aye. Bastard's going after the accounting house, but he doesn't know that there's just another guild operation, huh? Nine Fingers is gonna catch him with his claws in their coffers. I pity the bastard.
The counting house? But what the hells could Minsk want there?
Happy? Now, away with you. We want drink in peace.
Yeah.
The counting house. Minsk must have a way in. But it's never had much use for coin beyond whatever sharp steel it could buy. There must be something in the vaults the Great Chosen are after. All the more reason to get there. Swiftly. I have no reason to doubt the Guildmaster's information. Only her conclusions. The Stone Lord she describes sounds nothing like Minsk. As for the name, well, a bad joke, perhaps. The time of troubles ended almost a century and a half ago. I weathered the years between with all the elven grace you have no doubt come to expect. But do you know how Minsk, a human, passed those years? I'll give you a hint. They named him the Beloved Ranger. No? It was a statue, dedicated to one of the city's lost heroes. Only it was that hero, Minsk, frozen in stone for a century, and freed, the story goes, in the city's hour of need. Because who would question a statue to our friend? Thinking Minsk of Rashomon had returned to a hero's welcome in Rashomon. I don't even know how he was freed. Harper work would take me from the city, sometimes for years at a time. The few occasions I visited his monument, well, I took it as a moment for reflection. To think of old friends, and the fight I had to continue in their name. And during all my self-serious brooding, that big, dumb, insufferable buffoon was staring me in the face. I did. On occasion, I even found myself critiquing the stonework. Surely his head was not so large as this. I cannot call myself a particularly good friend, but I am his friend. And I cannot let Nine Fingers have him.
哦，所以这边那是可以过去的吗？对啊，它这边是锁住的啊，不让我们走这边。嗯，好吧，所以看来明斯克应该原来宝库那边就是遇到明斯克，然后我们可以把贾希拉放回去了。
Yes? You're sure? Later, then. I tell you not to get in trouble, but I suspect it will find you whether you like it or not.
Come for a chat?
不然我看到那个腿，我情不自禁。
So, this Stone Lord is the legendary Minsk. And a newly minted cultist, no less. Are we sure we want to find him before Nine Fingers does? I doubt he'll be pleased to see us. Darling, lead on.
Sounds like we're not the only ones tracking down this Minsk fellow. Let's hope Nine Fingers' bounty doesn't attract too much competition.
Minsk is working for the cult. Damn. He must have been tadpoled, or worse. The real Minsk would never join up with the God's damned Absolute. Maybe we can help him. The prism, right? He should shut that tadpole up. If he doesn't kick our butts first. It's kind of his thing.
So, the Stone Lord is Minsk, Jaheira's old acquaintance. Painfully small world at times.
This Stone Lord and Minsk are one and the same. Jaheira's friend has taken a dark turn, it seems.
See anything you like? Let's talk price. See anything of yours? No, you didn't.
哎，我原本是期待，就是我们来这边对话，然后那个明斯克就直接杀进来，然后可以来一场史诗级战斗，太令人失望了。刚刚那个场景真的是很设计成，真的很像要战斗，最好后面还有什么剧情跟转折。那我们看要录多久了？哇，差点1个半小时，讲废话1个半小时。哇，时间不多，我看卡萨多尔要留到下一集，我们就解一些看起来比较没那么长的任务吧。
He's a man of the people.
promised at least 100 more.
Why, yes, Edvard. Can I call you Edvard? Well, Edvard, I do support your Mortash campaign.
So they can actually see you.
Warning you. There's one of you and 4 of us. Do you really think you can take all of us away?
Left, left, right. Down the stairs, and...
Something new. That might be worth a look.基本上，因为我们已经把那个红色矮人干掉了，所以应该是没有这个问题。后面应该都不会死。应该可以使者对话一下。
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Limbs locked up, then hand cut off. Making me soup ruined now. Feeding barracks.
The corpse remains silent. It does not know. The corpse remains silent. It does not know. The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
敢问错问题了，感觉选了一堆废话。
Watch your back. With pleasure.
I'm alive, so that's progress.
啊，他是巴尔信徒。
That corpse is huge. And is that a burning heart?
Clown's arm. Dribbles, no doubt.
小丑的遗骸，我们到底收集完了没？胳膊断手躯干啊，腿还没有。他跟哥塔什合作，难怪会被警告他捞越界了。哇，这边都死者交谈一下吧。
The corpse has nothing to say. The corpse remains silent.
该死，这两个都没什么好讲。
Breathe deep and move.
Careful, I bite.
哦，短剑+2还可以，而且还有灵魂钱币。还在写3小，他这个用词遣是有个靠背，对，放进那些贪婪、心甘情愿者的手中。更多滑溜、湿润的恶意，我爱任何一个愿意为这个世界带来更多滑溜、湿润的恶意的人。哎，这个应该就是那个巴尔信徒的这个地下室啊，对不对？应该都是巴尔信徒啊，这边。啊，这个也是那个信里面讲的那个，是不是？啊，不是那个信里面那个文章里面讲的那个被砍掉的剧情。妈的，原来在这里。歪的，奇怪，那2个尸体，然后可以死者交谈的，没有死者交谈。路边一个戒指被抢了都有，这边就直接砍掉了，莫名其妙。因为那个文章有讲，因为他是透过那个数据挖掘，发现有一些弃案没有时装的内容，然后就开始分析。对，像这个巴尔信徒，你想想看，整个游戏这么多米尔寇信徒，然后呢，那个啊不是巴尔信徒，靠北，班恩信徒，对，这么多巴尔信徒，这么多米尔寇信徒，对不对？没有班恩信徒的故事很奇怪，对，感觉这个他刚讲这其实比较像是班恩信徒的故事，非常的不合理。为什么这边留了个感觉像是可以敲开的地方，而且这边感觉还有个空间呢？还是这是幻觉？好吧，这是什么鬼婆的这个小屋？我们过来看一下哦。啊，这个伯兰克利木这还没消掉。
That might be worth a look.
哎呀，被赶走了。鬼婆研究笔记 ，What the fuck？ 精灵之翼加青与光毒素，有潜力，不太稳定。嗯。老加洛之家。感觉好像没后续了。好吧， 那个梅丽娜，我记得我们不是把那个魔杖给她吗？应该在这边要有后续剧情，可是不晓得是不是我们把鬼婆杀了，还是他们那个时装的内容在上城区被砍掉了，还是怎么样？因为本来应该还有另外一个街头的鬼婆，在前面的信里面不知道是叫 M 还是叫什么，这个就很烦。我现在就搞不清楚是我支线没完成，导致说后面没成功触发。还是他妈的内容被砍了，所以我现在看不到后续任务，就很鸟，真的很鸟。你让你觉得那个，你真的很杜烂，真杜烂，真的。
Come back tomorrow for the next edition.
哇，然后这个调查这个可疑玩具店的烟火店，其实有一个解法，我后来才知道。
Steady at the mark.
You'd think his business would suffer in winter at least, but it's booming all year round.
你只要把门关起来，然后开打就好了。你先存个档，看这招是没有被破解掉。
Have you tried the Lanternese candles? Or perhaps the delicate simplicity of a perfectly crafted torch is more to your taste? Oh, heavens, no. Not with him. I work for him, as I do for all of my most loyal customers. Fabulously charismatic man, though. Tips well. What are you really asking, friend of Gortash? This one will be very useful against any and all enemies of Gortash. Be sure to be clear of its explosion area. Please enjoy responsibly, and nowhere near this establishment. Is there anything else I can do for you? Browse responsibly now. For God's sake, have a little discretion.
直接冲到3楼，看他会不会触发战斗。
Are we scheduled for maintenance? Can't afford a failure on a critical pipe. Not critical, just a
Employees only.
Won't blow us up.
You've set foot in a restricted area.
Pressure steady. Are we at temperature yet? Maintaining temperature. Steady at the mark.
Steady. Where's an apprentice when we need one? 8, 9, 10.
Gonna need to change out this barrel.
门关起来，太好了。
Pipes are looking a little rusted. Are we scheduled for maintenance? Can't afford a failure on a critical pipe. Just a bastard if it breaks. Won't blow us up.
你他妈的！
Pressure steady. Are we at temperature yet?
Take
Maintaining temperature. Steady at the mark.
Where's an apprentice when you need one?
Take you.
Gonna need to change out this barrel soon. Pipes are looking a
这
little
么大的动
rusted.
静，
Are we scheduled
楼
for
下都没
maintenance?
发现。
Can't afford a failure on a critical pipe. Not critical, just a bastard if it breaks. Won't blow us up. Pressure steady. Are we at temperature yet? Maintaining temperature. Steady at the mark.
Done.
10. Good. All fingers intact.
We need to change out this barrel, see?
Pipes are looking a little rusted. Are we scheduled for maintenance?
Can't afford a failure on a critical pipe.
Not critical, just a bastard if it breaks. Won't blow it up.
Nothing will stand in my way.
Steady. Any spillage under...
Pressure steady. Are we at temperature yet?
Steady at the mark.
这些也算是班恩幸福哈，对。
Gonna need to change out this barrel, see?
啊，不行啊！
Pipes are looking a
要
little
放密码飞弹。
Are we scheduled for maintenance?
Can't afford a failure on a critical
pipe. Not critical, just a bastard if it breaks. Won't blow us up.
Steady. Any spillage and I'll be picking my teeth out.
Pressure steady. Are we at temperature yet?
Maintaining temperature. Steady at the mark.
All fingers intact.
Gonna need to change out this barrel soon.
Another fight. Let's go. Don't waste a step.
Pipes are looking a little rusted. Are we scheduled for maintenance?
Can't afford a failure on a critical pipe.
Not critical, just a bastard if it breaks. Won't blow us up.
On my honor.
Steady. Any spillage.
Let's finish this.
Where's an apprentice?
Pressure steady. Are we at temperature yet?
Maintaining temperature. Steady at the mark.
All fingers intact.
Gonna need to change out this barrel soon.
Hey. All right, look at me. It's gonna be okay.
We need to tell. Pipes are looking a little rusted. Are we scheduled for maintenance?
Can't afford a failure on a
The
critical pipe.
broadsheet's gone to pot ever since
Not
I left.
critical, just a bastard if it breaks. Won't blow us up.
Steady. Any spillage
啊，守卫来了，守卫来了，守卫来了，快跑，快
Not
跑
as！bad as it could have.
Where's an apprentice when you need one?
Light on my feet.
Done. 8, 9, 10. Good. All fingers intact.
啊，岩泉也进来了，该死！躲不掉，躲不掉。
Victory is assured.
Shit.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Emperor.
comes easy these days.
那应该是会被通气，还是全杀光就没事了。啊，对哦，旁边刚好有烟火，全部秒杀，帅！这个头盔挺特别的。看他要走哪边进来。
May the gods take you first.
真的假的？他受控啦！哇，我为什么距离这么短？我中什么失明吗？ 没有啊，对啊，莫名其妙。
Feel my mistress's wrath.
Yes.
Creator, destroyer. Checkmate.
Nothing important is ever easy. Death won't take me yet.
Yeah.
我还没冲死他。
With pleasure.
The last board is set. With ease.
Best be on my way.
Moving.
That nearly ended. Disorder.
哦，哦，这也是挺难打的这边。这样一混，搞不也2个小时过去了。我们赶快简单的赶快搜刮一下吧，然后赶快结束掉吧。
If I don't get my beauty sleep soon, I may just get a tad malcontent.
Hello, my dear.
哎，他这个没有他的这个头盔吗？变换面容，然后那个来死者交谈一下好了。
The corpse remains silent.
没有对话，这边竟然没有对话。这个男人站在这边，然后不让对话，到底要怎样？
You're being arrested for theft. If you have a defense, make it now. They believe you. For now.
哇，他直接冒一个头在这边了，吓死！
You've set foot in a restricted area. A swift exit may be in order.
22，哇，还成功了！
You've been granted. This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell. Your convict. Should you attempt?
No one back home will ever believe this.
A long way to go still.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
啊，好吧，我觉得这边好像这任务就解掉了，也没什么说明，也没什么剧情或演出，大概就这样吧。那也这我觉得我推测啦，希望之家应该那个什么那个沙尔信徒应该是在这边啦。那我们前面那边掰不开，我们可能只能飞到这边直接过来看看，然后看用什么传送门还是什么。下一集主要就这个沙尔。 就是隐形的任务跟卡萨多尔吧，然后最后我觉得铁手侏儒留到最后面吧，应该在这边吧，对，其实还要先去救那个雷文加德呢。其实我已经拖了这么久，还不知道他还有没有活着呢。好吧，那以上就是今天这个《柏德之门3》的游玩内容啦。那我们就感谢大家的收看，我们下次见，拜拜。